see dope people.
All right, all right. Hello, good people. I know it's not the face you're used to looking at, but welcome to Dope People Podcast. And we changing things up just a little bit, all right? It's kind of like remember Power when they changed the intro song? No, that's a bad example. But I am your guest host for today. I got a dope host. Yeah. I got a great host. Today I have the honor of being a host, and I also have the honor as my first guest as the substitute host is Mr. Hayden M. Greene.
What's up, LaRon? How you doing?
Hey, I like this. You should let me fill in a little bit more often.
Well, let's see how you do this first time, and then I might give you the keys to the truck.
I'm saying, look, Frat, we about the same complexion. I'm a Leo. I'm a Sigma. I mean, it's not that much difference.
It's like looking in a mirror.
I just can't get the fly ties that you get. I don't know where you find those great ties, those dope ties.
Listen, I'm in a constant state of shopping, so every time I see one, I go grab one.
So how you doing today? How are you feeling being a host of your own show?
It's weird, right? Like, what was that famous comedian said? It's like watching somebody make love to your girl. It's like, oh, all right.
I'll treat it kind. I'll be gentle. No.
All right, please.
So you're the guest on your show, Dope People Podcast, and you're the you're the dope person of today, of this particular show. So I'll tell you why I think you're dope. From the beginning when I met you, great energy, great guy, besides being a Sigma as well, and multi-talented. I remember when I first met you, it was spoken word, step shows, and then as we aged and became mature adults, now it's photography, family man, and writer. And I'm like, damn, this guy is he has a bag. He has a bag of everything. And you're the one who taught me, which is also dope, what a polymath was. I've never heard the term before. So that is why I think you're dope.
I thank you for that, and it's wonderful to be seen. And we'll get into this a little bit later, I hope. But like one of the things that I have been really emphasizing is happiness, right? Just
Yes,
being being happy and doing what you want to do. There are so many things designed to make you unhappy or to take your happiness away. That what I really believe is that where you can find the things that make you happy, you should go pell mell into that, like really lean into that. As much as you possibly can. And for me, that shows up as all the different things that I'm doing and really working on, just to make myself happy. But what I hope is that it makes other people happy as well, right? Like, so when people look at my photography on the wall, that it makes them happy, but also that when they read my stories or they listen to the podcast, or when I cook them a meal, that it makes them happy. So my goal, in this world of the polymath, is really to be to bring happiness to the world, to bring joy to the world in some form or fashion. And I got to thank our other frat brother, Jason, for really putting me down the road of this whole thing of polymath. Yeah, I was struggling with this because, there are so many different things that I want to do. Uh, and I was like, I need to talk to somebody to help me, parse this out. And I was like, which one of these do you think I should focus on? And he was like, you're like a friend of mine who just does it all, that has all of these things. And he's a polymath. And I see that in you. I see you as a polymath. I was like, say less. that was all it took.
Okay, so tell me the dopest person you've ever met or the dopest person you know.
So when I thought about what I would answer, how I would answer this question, it gave me a little bit of a pause, right? Because like that's the whole point of this show. I know a lot of dope people, right?
Yeah,
And
true,
so it's
true.
hard to pick somebody because like which one of my guests do I pick? So I decided to pick the one person who I can't get on this show, who has absolutely refused to come on this show. And I've had world famous photographers, I've had government officials, I've had judges, I've had people who are, comedians, I've had all these different people, but the dopest person that I know who refuses to come on the show
Oh,
is a woman that I have a front row seat to see, and her name is Aisha L. Greene.
good answer, Brad. Good answer.
Listen, I so people anytime somebody meets me and is any like moderately impressed by me, the very next thing that I tell them is like, you should meet my wife.
Nice.
Right? Like she's amazing. I tell my kids all the time, I was like, if you did not have your mother, half the stuff that you have would be not existent. Like you wouldn't be going to the schools that you go to, you wouldn't be enrolled in the programs that you're enrolled in. You'd still be eating good because that's me.
Yeah.
But
That's the part.
but like this woman is a dynamo in our household. She is part of three major organizations and is a dynamo in each one of those organizations. Each one of those organizations is, you know, she could be in the leadership, and there's been conversations about that. Like that's hard, right? In three major organizations, and then on top of all of that, she's in the leadership of her law firm, like one of the top law firms in the country. You don't get that wrapped up in one package, and I have that at home. I asked her to speak to my students all the time. She refuses. I asked her to come on
Yeah.
this podcast. She refuses. She doesn't see herself as a dope person, or she doesn't see herself as somebody that other people would be interested in hearing about. And I think she's a bold faced liar when it comes to that. But the dopest person I know has to be Aisha L. Greene.
That's great. So tell me this though. When you met her, was there like a dope bubble or a dope glow around her when you first met her? Did you see dopeness when you first met her?
So I met Aisha when we were on a Sigma boat ride, and I was admittedly in my bag. You know how we do on the boat ride, right? So like everybody else is just like, it's like y'all are here. This is our arena. We here to party, and whoever else is collateral. Y'all here to party with us, right?
Yeah.
Um, and so I was probably immodest at that juncture. But we had an amazing time on the boat, like once we started dancing with each other. And then Soka comes on, and this woman pulls out a whistle. We had already talked about what her name was, like where she's from,
Okay.
and I knew she wasn't Caribbean, but she pulls out a whistle when Soka comes on and starts blowing it. And I look at her in that moment, I go, I think I love you. Like I was like, you are dope. That like she's again not Caribbean. Pull this whistle out. I was like, yeah, there's something special about this one right here. And that has just been building exponentially.
Yes.
And we started dating when she was in law school, and so again, her dopeness has just been building
Yeah.
exponentially. And just I just seen her add layer of dopeness upon layer of dopeness upon layer of dopeness. And yeah, like I said, anytime somebody says anything to me, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm not the star of this family. You got to meet my wife.
I hear that. All right. So tell me this also. Give me it. What's like the dopest experience that you've had? Maybe recently, maybe a long time. Just off the top.
The dopest experience that I have had. Uh,
Experience, witnessed.
you know what? Here's so we spent time in Martha's Vineyard in August, as a lot of Black people do. And their Martha's Vineyard during August is when they have the Black Film Festival,
Mhm.
and the Greeks go up, and all the rest of that stuff. And I was really anti Martha's Vineyard for a very, very, very long time. And because I just thought I'm a common guy. I'm a very simple guy. I don't really do the whole shishi
Bougie.
foo foo. I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm not part of the Black elite. So I was anti that for a very long time, and then I went last year, and it was I had such a great time.
Good.
Seeing people that I had not seen in a very long time, being connected with people that I had not seen, or people who were doing things that I really wanted to get involved in, and the only time I would have known about that is during the time that I spent at Martha's Vineyard. This year, I came in with a different perspective of like, all right, I know what this is. I'm going to really lean into it a little bit more. So I was really able to connect with a lot of people. And one of the things that I did was my wife's sorority sister, Danielle, invited me to come out to the Polar Bear Club. And I was like, I don't do water. I don't do cold. Uh, it's like, well, I don't do Northeast water, and I definitely don't do cold, which is one of the reasons I don't do Northeast water. But I showed up and I didn't get in because I just wanted to take pictures. I showed up and I waded into the water and I listened to what they were doing. And this was one of the dopest experiences that I've had in a very long time. Just really listening to what they were saying, the sense of community, the throwback to the ancestors, the dedication to fitness and movement and just health. It's different from like the polar bears on Coney Island where they just run in, they plunge, and they come back out. They
Yeah.
spend about an hour in the water. And it was just a real spiritual experience. And I really thought it was dope. So that's the dopest thing that I've done lately.
Nice. I'll definitely make sure I jump in that next year. Check out the vineyard. And it's funny. I was dying to this year, but yeah, I'll definitely make sure I check that out next year.
I'll give you a bunch of pointers if you're ready, whenever you're ready.
Yeah. One of my friends, he gave me some info too. So definitely next year is on. Right. So, we got bills to pay and we gotta, promote Hayden's work. So we're gonna go to commercial real quick.
I see dope people.
Hello again. This is your host of the day. My name is LeRon, and I'm gonna bring Hayden back.
What's up? I'm back.
Good to see you again.
Good to be seen. I'm
Yeah,
enjoying it.
Good. So you're okay on that side of the screen.
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. No,
Okay.
the anxiety levels are very low.
So tell me, what dopeness are you up to currently? What are you working on? And I'm sure you got. Well, I know you have a big bag, a little bit of everything. So what are you working on?
So yeah, it's a lot. I have been in a state of flux with higher education over the last year because of all of the stuff that this current administration is doing, and so at a certain point in time, I decided, you know what, it is time for me to make a living as an artist, and
Okay.
that's what I've been working on, just trying to get my art in as many different places and in many different forms and just doing a number of different things in order to use my art and become a true working artist. I'm working on Smush Part Two. So Smush, the original book, is up here. I've
Can't wait.
some of
And
the
not even because I know you and I've expressed this scene. I love the book, the short stories. I was caught up in each one, and I was just mad that they were actually short stories. And I couldn't believe that. And we've had this conversation, and I'm like, did a female help you with this book? Because it really felt. I read a lot, so I can kind of tell we're coming from a male perspective of a woman's perspective of how a book is written. And you were like, no, this is all me. I'm like, really? But yeah, I really enjoyed the book.
I'm really glad to hear that, and I love that you are able to, because there are short stories on there from a male point of view and a woman's point of view, and it was great to hear that when I write as a woman that it feels authentic, that it's not patronizing or a man trying to write a woman. So that's really great to hear. So I'm working on Smush too, and getting those stories out. I'm almost done with the short stories, so I'm switching my energies a little bit to taking the pictures now, and maybe creating some more poetry. And I've been cooking a lot in order to get some more recipes. So the rest of the
Cookbook?
family is benefiting from the new recipes.
Okay, cookbook in the works.
Huh?
Cookbook in the works.
No, Smush has the original Smush has recipes in it, right? And so if you flip through it, there are recipes in it. So I want to include some more recipes
Okay,
in the next book.
I was. Yep, I forgot about that part because I'm not much of a cook.
Listen, and they're simple recipes, so you should try it.
Okay.
Impress your partner and your family a couple of times.
Okay, she doesn't really let me near the stove, but I'll do my best. Maybe I don't know, Valentine's Day or something.
Or just a surprise date. Just a surprise date.
All
So I'm working on that. Just working on the book and trying to put myself out there as much as possible. Selling my art, looking to teach as an artist, looking to do presentations around my art, and all of the different ways. And hopefully, dope people get picked up as a podcast, and then it's off to the races with that as well.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, if any way I can help, any shape or form, point you in the right direction, or spread the word, I definitely will. Yeah, and that's another thing. Dope people like what you're doing have to share with other dope people. Put it out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you're doing what you're doing right now. Listen, you got me to really do something that I'm not comfortable with, which is, sit here and talk about myself, and normally trying to big up other people. And
Of
somebody was
course.
like, "No, Hayden, you talk about yourself all the time." I was like, "Well, maybe I do," but lately the focus has been trying to highlight other people. So I appreciate you taking the time to be like, hey, listen, you need to talk about yourself a little bit. So thank you for that.
Oh no, no problem, no problem. And also, I just want to say too, I don't. Sometimes when I talk, I'm like, I gotta remember I'm on a different podcast. It's not mine. But I want to say, as far as dope people, sometimes a lot of us can be, you know, kind of be very, very humble. And I really believe that dope people, black people, we really need to celebrate ourselves. Sometimes, we want to celebrate our friends, but sometimes we gotta celebrate ourselves and our small wins. I really believe that's healthy for us.
Absolutely, I totally agree. I totally agree.
So I appreciate the time of letting me sit in as the host. I promise next time I will put a suit on.
Please don't.
I
I
can't
won't. I won't recognize you.
I can't match you tie for tie. I can tell you that now. I'll put a nice suit on. And so you got any dope moments in history? I was mind boggled. I couldn't think of anything great to say or try to stump you or something you didn't know. You got something for me?
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna do a little bit of recency bias, and a dope moment in history just happened a couple of weeks, or well, a week ago. We just went through Emmy season, and the first the first person of color, the first black person to win supporting actor in a drama series, won his first Emmy, and that was Trammell Tillman from the show Severance. I don't know if you watch Severance.
No.
It is his portrayal was amazing. I watched Severance. It's a mind bending kind of series, but
Okay.
his his portrayal, his role was really well done, even down to the very end. I'm not going to give anything or no spoilers or anything like that.
Okay.
But he deserved the Emmy, and it again groundbreaking first black man to win for supporting actor in a drama series. So a little dope moment in history just happened a week ago. Well, a week ago from now,
Yeah.
whenever this podcast airs.
All right. Last question, and we're done. And I'm just throwing this at you real quick. Give me your 5 dopest musicians. Give me 5.
Whew. All right. So let me clarify the question. Musicians, as in plays a musical instrument or musical act?
Musical act.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Um, Number 5 would have to be Biggie.
Okay. Brooklyn. Okay. I get it.
Number 5 would have to be Biggie. Number 4 would be Terrence Trent D'Arby.
Okay.
And again, I'm going by the people that when I need to center myself, I put their albums on.
Okay.
Number 3 is Bob Marley.
Gotcha.
All right. Number 2 is Michael Jackson. And before I get to my number 1, I have to make an honorable mention because I'm from Trinidad. Honorable mention is Marshall Montano.
I knew it.
So I gotta have that honorable mention. He doesn't crack the top 5.
Okay.
But he definitely gets an honorable mention. And if you've known me more than 5 minutes, you know my number 1 is Prince.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay.
Hands down.
I just had to do a little something different. Just don't want to stump you on your show.
No, that's a great question. I had to think about that for a second.
Well, again, thank you for having me as the host for a night. I do appreciate it, and this is great celebrating you to remind you how dope you are as well. Even though you want to let everybody else know they're dope, I also want to let you know you are dope as well.
I appreciate this, man. This has been fun. It's good to be. It's fun to be on the other side of it and having to think of these answers to these questions. So thank you for that perspective. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you for that perspective.
No problem, sir. It's been a great one. Thanks a lot. Thanks again for having me.
All right. And thank you, LaRon, and everybody else. Like, save, subscribe, do all of the things. And until the next week when we have another dope person and I'll be sitting back in the chair, go forth and be dope.